Boom, 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 boom. Look at that light in the background, gonna make you look crazy. Back down, get in down, down, and down. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Insane Game Trick. Yeah, here to bring you Durarara Season 2, Part 2, Episode 3. God, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to keep doing like this in the future. Fuck it, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. One take, Jake. Name's Terrell. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so this episode was pretty interesting, and it seems like this is the kind of the running theme for at least the first part of this season 2, part 2, is that we're gonna be just getting more exposition on certain characters. This week's being on Akabayashi, which his is like the most you don't really need, but why not kind of situation, because it's through his story that we learn about a little bit of the it's not really the mafia. What's it called? The Yakuza? No, I think it is the mafia. The mafia over there, the Akasawa group. And a little bit background information on Henri, which actually works out pretty well, which is the whole why, because Henri's whole backstory was very weird in the beginning. It was like you had a normal family. Your father tried to kill you. Your mother killed your father, and then your mother committed suicide. And then you got possessed by a demon sword. And you were able to live normally after that. That doesn't make sense. Well, this episode explains it. Akabayashi was there to shake down Henri's father. He also found out that his old boss fucked Henri's father up, which explains why he was trying to kill his daughter in the first place. Fucked him up on the drugs. I think, anyway. Part of the way it was explained makes me think that either he was like, you kill your daughter and we'll forgive the debt, or he got fucked up on the drugs and then he was told to kill his daughter. He tried to kill his daughter, hopped up on the drugs. His wife killed him because I guess the wife was the original owner of Saika. The wife killed him. And then the wife committed suicide because she had essentially just lost her husband. Although it seems like the altercation that Akabayashi and Henri's mother had was a completely separate thing that just happened to happen on the same night. We also get an explanation behind Akabayashi's scar and why he isn't controlled by Psycho. Because he ripped his fucking eye out, which is probably the most anybody has ever done. Most of the episode was really just talking about that. We get an explanation to why, because the other stuff isn't really consequential at the moment, because the characters that involved are the ones who end up getting fucked up anyway. So it's like, meh. Like most of it, like it's still probably it's an entertaining episode, but it's really just there to explain shit. Like there's no. What's the word I'm looking for? There's no real reason to know that information. I think some of it ties into Yodogiri. I'm not sure. We know it ties in with the Akane stuff because they do a lot of switching from present time to 5 years ago. Well, I heard the subtitles say 6, but in some of the later scenes you hear Akabayashi go, it's already been 5 years. So I'm like, is it 6 or 5? I don't know. And even all that isn't truly fleshed out. We just know that Henri was fucked up. I guess because and I also don't know if he actually liked Henri's mother. That was kind of a weird scene. I feel like he just did that because he didn't want to get the girl in any trouble. And I guess when he found out that that's Henri's dad's wife, he was like, fuck it. I already lost an eye. Fuck it. I'm done. Y'all can keep that shit. And we also understand, although they never really brought up his hatred for drugs before, and if they did, I didn't really notice. But we know he has a hatred for drugs. Like, giving us this fleshed outness on Akabayashi does nothing to hurt the character. I've only grown to like the character more. Because he's like an old badass with like one eye. I love that scene. You see him open his eye and you're like, yo, Akabayashi. Yo, and then he be just running rickshaw. He don't give a fuck. And he's so super casual with that shit too. He just be like, You kids shouldn't be playing with knives. It also starts showing off the problems with the dollars, because the dollars were used to get the information, which led to the situation turning into some bull in the first place. And obviously, Henri's trying to protect Mikado, which is why she doesn't say anything to Akabayashi about the dollars, because the dollars is going to have to be dealt with on all sides. Unfortunately, Mikado probably doesn't know about that, and thinking he's only going to have to deal with like the corrupt members of the dollars. But I don't think Mikado understands what that really means, because it's not. I mean, you're not just dealing with Chikage. You got to deal with like everybody, and because anybody can join the dollars, that's what leads us into our current situation. But for the most part, the episode was fine. I'm actually looking forward to next week more, because I kind of like Verona. And next week is explaining why Verona, because we've seen it in the openings and endings, but we haven't actually seen it in the episode yet, that Verona will come to work with Shizuo and Tom. I'm pretty sure it's a slight infatuation Verona has with Shizuo, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now before I am spoiled. Verona X Shizuo, that there will be pictures on the planet. Izaya will have his jealous chibi pictures because he has no waifu, unless you count Namine. I don't even know how to pronounce her fucking name. We count Crazy Bitch, who's related to Seiji. Yeah. But overall, I like the episode. That was a cool episode. Looking forward to next week, because I'm curious to see how she ends up working with Verona. I understand why she doesn't get fucked up like Sloane, and especially because the first episode ends up explaining more about the Sloane situation in general, about how he was more heavily involved with Izaya than Verona was. But I'm curious to why, and I think it's just her infatuation with the not non-normal. I also, for some reason, see her developing a pretty decent relationship with Henri, under the wrong pretenses, mind you, but probably a decent. It also now explains, also the Akabayashi thing also explains why Verona's targets wasn't just Akane, but it was Henri, which would make sense now, because Henri is tied in to the history of the Akasawa group, even if it is by a small section. So, yeah, overall good episode. I liked it. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Sorry this video's a little bit late. Workout, other shit comes out today, like Working and Charlotte came out today. Splatfest. Woo! I'll probably be streaming tonight, so keep an eye on the Twitch. Anyways, life's a game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.